Welcome back, y'all. I haven't posted a Gears 5 video in a few days, and that's mostly because I was pretty busy this weekend, and also there just really hasn't been a lot of interesting news going on with Gears 5, and as I've said in some of my previous videos, I've kind of stopped going as hard in Gears 5, but I'm slowly getting back into it, and I think this update that just came out is going to be a big part in me actually getting back into Gears 5 because they're finally addressing the ranked issues. So instead of this week being a regular What's Up update, they actually made it a title update. This is the second title update. And if for those of y'all that don't know, a title update is a pretty hefty patch. It includes a lot of bug fixes and it sometimes introduces like new game modes or new skins. So let's dive in and see what exactly they added in this title update. As always, the link will be in the description below if you want to follow along or look at it yourself. But let's just see at some of the bigger bug fixes, in my opinion, that they finally introduced. The first one being that boom shot is now more consistent. For those of y'all that have used the boom shot, you'll probably notice that a lot of the times the AoE, the explosion, doesn't always kill somebody, even if you for sure thought it was going to kill. It wasn't necessarily a direct hit, but in previous games from that range it would have been a kill. Well, they addressed that and it was a bug, so now the boom shot should be more consistent. Another pretty big multiplayer update is that flashbangs will no longer hit you through cover. They said they had introduced this a few patches ago when they were rebalancing flashbangs, but it looks like getting hit through cover still slipped in. And another flashbang bug that was still in the game is that if you got killed as soon as you were flashbanged and you would respawn, your screen would be completely flashbanged. The flashbang effect stayed even after death. They have addressed that, and that is no longer in the game. Now, getting onto some Horde-esque bugs. One of them is that weapon lockers will no longer be eating your weapon when you store it. There was a chance that whenever you stored your weapon, the weapon would disappear. And another Horde bug regarding earning power. I made a video about this. I said it was a little bit of a bug or an exploit where when you start a Horde match, the power that you get given, depending on what wave you start, counted towards your Tour of Duty progress. Well, they addressed it. They said that that was an issue and it shouldn't have been happening. And you no longer get progress, but don't worry, you're not gonna get penalized, you're not gonna get banned or anything if you did that little trick. And I think that's about it. There's a ton more bug fixes that they introduced. As I said, if you want to take a look at them yourself, feel free to do that. The link will be in the description below. I just kind of went through some of the more important ones that I thought were worth pointing out. But now on to something that isn't necessarily a bug fix, but they are revamping. They are finally improving the way ranked works. I've made tons of videos talking about this. A lot of the community has, if you go to Reddit, a lot of the complaints are about this and how the ranked system doesn't really reflect your skill level. A lot of people are in silver and they think they should be higher, and a lot of people are saying that whenever they win a match, they lose points, and whenever they lose a match, they gain points, and the whole ranking system was essentially not balanced whatsoever. The coalition stated that there was a discrepancy in their whole system, and that in order to fix everything, they're actually going to have to revert everybody's ranking, which means that everybody will have to play the 5 placement matches again in order to be able to get placed again. So if you're in silver and you think you should be higher, I guess this is good for you because you can go back and do your 5 placement matches and potentially get higher. But for those people that were already in like Diamond and Onyx, yeah, that kind of sucks for those people. I personally am not too affected by this change because I stopped playing ranked because of the whole issue. As I stated before, the ranking points just were not at all accurate, so I've actually stopped playing ranked. But this is the change that I was talking about that might actually get me back into Gears 5. At least going like playing it every day, because at this point I'm playing it every couple of days. But if they've truly fixed the ranking system, then I have no problem grinding out some ranked again. But since they are reverting everybody's rank, since everybody is losing their ranked, they know that this sucks for a lot of people, so they are giving everybody a compensation gift. Everybody who logs in after the patch goes live will get a free Imago skin. I don't know why they gave it to the Imago, in my opinion. I think it's a little bit of a running joke. In Gears 4, the Imagos were kind of like the poster boy for the sweaties. A lot of people said that if you were running an Imago skin, that you were a tryhard Gears player. So I think that's why they're doing it. I think they're giving the Imago a skin because people like running it. I personally am not the biggest fan of that character, but hey, I'll take a free skin. Well, that was the last like major update that is being introduced entitled Update 2. They also hint at when Operation 2 starts. It'll be December 2nd. We're currently in Operation 1, which is when we got the 4 new characters, but Operation 2 starts December 2nd, so hopefully they introduce 4 more characters, or at least more than 4. But on to now the events that will be happening this weekend. So the first one being Gears Anniversary event. So it's been 13 years since the release of Gears 1, and as a celebration, they're bringing Golden Gun, which is a really fun event in my opinion. At least it was in Gears 4. Maybe they'll ruin it in Gears 5. I hope they don't. But for those of y'all that don't play, or that didn't play Gears 4's Golden Gun, the way it works is everybody starts off with the Bolt Hawk. It's a golden Bolt Hawk. You only have 6 shots, and every shot is an insta-gib. It's an insta-kill. The only catch is that you can't aim. You can only fire from the hip. It's actually really fun. And every time you get a kill, you actually get a bullet back in your in your gun. So it gets pretty fun. I would definitely recommend you hop on this weekend to try out this game mode. And along with the anniversary event, they are also going to be bringing back Double Stars weekend as well as free boost, which I assume they mean XP boost. Yep, so yeah, the XP boost being a 3-day boost, and in order to get these 3-day boost, you actually have to log on November 8th. There isn't a time period. It isn't from like November 8th till November 12th. It's just November 8th. So if you want a free boost along with a few other goodies like a blood spray, if you care about blood sprays, make sure you log on November 8th. But that's all there is for this week's events. I would go over the store and the supply content drop, but there isn't a lot of interesting stuff. It's the usual every week. You get a new set of weapon skins. However, there is a little bit of a outburst coming out from the community. A few weeks ago, they introduced the curb stomp into Gears, but it wasn't the classic curb stomp. But now they're actually bringing the classic curb stomp from Gears 2 into the game, and they promised people it was going to be in the store, I assume for $500 as an execution. Not $500, I'm sorry, 500 iron, so $5. However, they are postponing the release of the curb stomp animation, and it won't be in the store this week. So if you were thinking of actually buying this execution, you're going to have to wait till they finally announce it. But that's everything that got introduced in this title update. Again, if you want to check it out yourself, it's in the description below. But that's all I have for all y'all, so hope y'all have a good one, and I'll catch y'all next time.